Music's going to play a big part in this movie too. I can see with the bagpipes. How are you going about choosing your musical source music and just?
Well, we're just doing temp at the moment. Steve pulls bits. We got a lot of discs and stuff that we use, but Steve just puts it on to fit the rhythm, and you like to cut the music.
I like to cut the music. Yeah. Well, also the composer will come in and write music for the whole picture.
He's probably working on it as we speak.
Bar 41. 1, 2, 3.
The guy who's writing the score and writing all the music, James Horner, is, he's one of the best. I really like his work, and I think he's going to do the best score of his whole life. I think it's just going to be terrific from yapping to him and talking to him and listening to little bits.
It really affects the mood of the film, too.
Oh, yeah. Music ties it all up and really can make it soar.
But also in a picture like this, you're not hearing any effects. I mean, this is just production tracks, essentially, which means I have people screaming, but I don't have the sound of real arrows. I don't have any of that. I don't have anybody getting hit by an arrow and screaming. There's nothing. And as soon as the sound effects come in, it brings it all to life.
Oh, yeah.
So you mean Mel's not going to do all the arrow effects?
Yeah. Only for the previews.
When all is said and done, at the end of the day, I mean, there's a lot of people there. On some days, perhaps there were 3,000 people there. 3,000 mouths to feed, 3,000 people working really hard on long days. I mean, like 15-hour days. All earning a living.
Keep the E-flats going, third violin. There you go.
So even if you'd made a disaster, at least you supported 3,000 people for that day. I mean, it's the bottom line. You have to look at it that way. But the good news is that all that hard labor paid off. In my opinion, it paid off very handsomely, too.
I was impressed when I saw that score. And I got to say, about 95% of that score was just spot on from the minute it hit the picture. You know? And it's not the same with every score. You have to fiddle with some scores, That's one of the great scores, I think. It sort of rivals, Lawrence of Arabia score or any of the great scores. It's one of the great scores. And Horner delivered big time with that score. That's a great score.
How long does it take to cut a film?
As long as they give you.
Less a day or two.
Less a day or two.
Well, the picture's coming out around Memorial Day, and we'll be cutting.
We'll be cutting right up.
Working
and messing with it right up to the time, I'm sure.
We're doing sound work and music and all that stuff.
A lot of little jobs to do. Millions of little jobs to do. Opticals.
You can continue to make it better. I mean, that's the whole thing. You just continue to make it better. And at a certain point, you can make it better, but the amount of effort to make it better is so great. And what you're making better is so minimal that you realize it's time to stop.
Yeah.
I mean, essentially, that's when you stop.
Yeah. I can't really work on something unless I'm, enthusiastic and proud of it. I hope that doesn't happen. There may come a time when you are obliged to do that and you're not enthusiastic and proud of it. I hope that doesn't happen, but so far I have been. And I am of this.